What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. We're going to talk about Thomas Vanek possibly landing in St. Louis, something I hinted at about a week ago I wanted to talk about, and other options for the Austrian sniper. Obviously, Buffalo is one of the worst teams ever. There aren't enough synonyms for the word sucks for how bad they are. I mean, they won last night against the Panthers, so that's a juggernaut team they beat. But it's getting Vanek and Ryan Miller out of there as soon as possible. I'd try to move them before the Olympics. I'm not sure if Austria is playing in the Olympics here off the top of my head, but you don't want either one of them going to Sochi and getting hurt. I don't know. I don't think Miller will make Team USA, but just in case. Having said that, I said before and I'll say it again, if Thomas Vanek ended up on the St. Louis Blues, you can pencil them into the Stanley Cup Finals. That would make them, as legitimate a contender as any team in hockey, if not more so. But I think if that were to go down, it would cost him Kevin Shattenkirk. Reminds me a little bit of Jeff Carter, the LA Kings 2 years ago, where it cost him a roster defenseman that was still moderately young. Jack Johnson, I think, was 24, 25. He's still, 20, he's 26 now, so he's not that old. Maybe that would impact their. One thing that helped LA was Carter was locked up long term, and they had Voinov coming up. I don't know with St. Louis. They've got some great young defensemen, but I don't know if they have anyone that could take Shattenkirk's spot if he were to go to Buffalo in a Vanek trade. I'll talk more about the trades as the deadline comes closer, but just spitballing ideas of where he might end up. I talked about 6 months ago, it was a foregone conclusion getting up in LA. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that, because they don't have the cap room, and it wouldn't be wise for them to cut their assets. Tanner Pearson, Tyler Toffoli, Valentin Zykov, Derek Forbett. It wouldn't be worth giving up any of those guys for Vanek, because I think they can win the cup with the team they have. They pretty much did 2 years ago. They did win the cup with a lot of these key pieces and went to the Western Conference Finals last year, so keep that in mind. I talked about the Florida Panthers possibly signing them. The new ownership would have to open the war chest for him, which that'd be something to watch. That'd be an intriguing scenario. I also talked about new ownership. I thought about new ownership in Phoenix. Maybe he ends up there as a free agent. Maybe Phoenix trades for him and they sign him long term. I think if he reaches free agency, it's a foregone conclusion he signs with the Minnesota Wild. He's obviously from Austria, but he's in Minnesota during the offseason, played with the Gophers at the U, and is just as close to a Minnesota player as an Austrian guy can be. And the one thing that's going to help Minnesota is Danny Heatley's contract is coming off the books, and their cap hits are almost identical. And that's, I think, one thing that would hurt Vanek going to St. Louis is you'd have to move Shattenkirk because of the cap hit, if anything else, and then move another asset too, because he makes $7 million a year. Remember the infamous offer sheet by the Edmonton Oilers? Yeah, still the last year of that, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, if he gets to free agency, I can't see him outside of the Minnesota Wild. Now I say that, and maybe the Panthers or Phoenix or some other team comes in and is able to show him the money. Cuba Gooding Jr. voice, but that's something cross that bridge when he gets there. But it's intriguing. I don't. Maybe he signs with Buffalo again. He re-signs with them, but I don't see that being the case. I think Buffalo's willing to blow this team up, get young assets, and continue moving forward in what should be a long rebuilding process. Anyway, that's all this episode of the Power Play with CJ, elaborating on what I said about Vanek to the Blues last week. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.